Welcome back, Charlie here. There are some things humans were just never meant to see, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't bend the rules and see them anyway. From bizarre animals that should not exist, to very satisfying, mysterious natural phenomena, and even military secrets caught on camera. Let's get it on. Football adverts. Watch any football or soccer game on TV and you'll see loads of adverts, most notably around the stadium. But did you know that different channels show different adverts at the same time? How is this even possible? In the stadium, they're showing one advert, but on other TV channels, they show totally different ads. This makes sense as football games are broadcast in all different countries, and different countries have different products, brands, and languages. Here's how it's done. They use a technology known as virtual replacement perimeter technology. Football matches are filmed with a camera placed on a virtual head. The virtual head reads a ton of data about positioning and alignment, and the camera can calibrate the camera's body and sensor. Software is then used to perfectly select the area where an ad is shown. Then in real time, they mask out the advert shown in real life, and they overlay different ads onto that mask. But what about when a player is standing in front of the advert? Well, that's where things get more complex. They use a masking technology known as rotoscoping. This is done in real time. The same technology is how they do on-ground logos. These are commonly seen in football, cricket, and horse racing. It's a clever technique that allows them to make the most money from a single game. Stretching wood. You probably think this wood is incredibly solid and sturdy, but if you try and pick this up, you will be stunned as it turns into noodles. This is not some kind of alien tree. This melting effect is actually the work of a Chinese artist named Li Hongbo. This wood and all of these amazing sculptures are made from paper. Li Hongbo is famous for his stretchable sculptures. But how does he do it? He uses thousands of stacks of paper. He glues them together in a honeycomb-like structure. This allows them to be moved around like they're liquid. Genius octopus. When you think of highly intelligent animals, you probably think of apes or dolphins. But if an octopus was to take an IQ test, then they would outscore most humans. Octopuses would have a genius IQ of about 140. If you don't believe me, then take a look at this octopus escaping a jar. This was done in a Japanese aquarium by researchers. They wanted to see how good an octopus is at problem solving. In less than 1 minute, the octopus worked out how the jar works and was able to open it. Censored gem. No, you're not looking at a digitally censored gemstone. This jewel is totally natural. The gemstone is called Congo tourmaline. It is very rare and precious, and this gemstone has been intricately cut. This gives it a censored, pixelated effect. If you dropped this in grass, then you'd probably never find it again. Lawn bubble. Speaking of grass, have you ever seen a lawn bubble before? Lawn bubbles are a very rare and satisfying phenomena. It may look like this lawn is breathing, but really it's just water trapped under the surface. They're mostly found on golf courses but can occur on any grass. They're incredibly satisfying to jump on and pop. If lawn bubbles aren't popped, then they can grow to an enormous size. These bubbles normally occur after heavy rainfall or flooding, or if there is faulty plumbing nearby. End of a rainbow. They say that at the end of a rainbow is a pot of gold. But if you've ever tried to go to the end of a rainbow, you'll know it's nearly impossible. Rainbows seemingly go on forever because most of the time they don't touch the ground. But sometimes they do. One man was driving down a road when he found the end of a rainbow. The light had stopped refracting right on the road. This is an incredibly rare find, and it's something that 99% of us will never see in our lifetimes. Unidentified creature. In 2017, this image went viral in Brazil. It was taken deep in the Amazon rainforest. Someone had found a mysterious, unidentified humanoid creature. By many metrics, this does seem like some kind of humanoid. It has 4 limbs just like us, but it has a tiny, bald head with small features. Many said this resembles a grey. Greys being the most common species of aliens. I think it's more likely that this is a creature we simply have not identified yet. After all, every year, around 500 new species of animals are discovered, and large areas of the Amazon rainforest have never been explored. Whatever this unidentified creature is, it's safe to say we don't know what's out there. Breathing forest. There are many mysterious things that can be found in the forest, but in this clip it really seems like the forest has come to life. Is this video proof that Mother Nature really is alive? Well, not exactly. There is a scientific explanation for this very mysterious video. This forest in Quebec was simply reacting to very strong winds. The wind was moving the root system of the trees, and this made the moss on top of the roots look like it was breathing. Still, if I saw this during a hike, I'd be worried I was about to be swallowed up by the forest itself. ZORSE. Everyone knows that hybrid animals can be very bizarre, but I think the best example of this is what's known as a ZORSE. This ZORSE is named Aclesa. It is the offspring of a female zebra and a male horse. This is one of the most rare crossbreeds in the world. At first, many thought this was photoshopped, but later on, news videos of this ZORSE went viral. The animal is incredibly rare and something that most of us will never see. Inflatable tanks. One of the most feared things in World War II were tanks. They were known as almost indestructible vehicles that could cause a lot of damage. But take a look at these soldiers flipping over a tank with ease. No, this isn't some kind of comedy sketch, this is real footage from World War II. During World War II, the Allied forces used inflatable tanks. They did this to deceive the Germans. Amazingly, this actually worked. On one occasion, the German army retreated after seeing these inflatable tanks. These were used all over Europe. They looked identical to the real thing, but were made out of rubber. They were used by the Ghost Army. This was a special unit of the Allied forces that used rubber vehicles, tanks, and boats, all with the aim of deceiving and scaring the German army. Underwater fire. You may think that an underwater fire is something you would only see in SpongeBob, but in 2021, the ocean caught fire. This happened because of the oil company named Pemex. An underwater pipeline near their oil rig experienced a leak. This caught fire, and because the fire was so strong, it even lit up the ocean. The fire blazed for more than 5 hours. And firefighters had to put the fire out with ocean water. If the fire continued, it could have caused the nearby oil rig to explode. But thankfully it was stopped just in time. Now it's time to make your voice heard. Comment below which was the most amazing thing on this list. If you want to see my short videos, then check out my second channel. But as always, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, then what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.